Baseball training video. #1 mistake to boosting batting average on balls in play, aka hitting layers. Hey, what's going on? It's Joey Myers from the Hitting Performance Lab, and in this baseball training case study featuring one of my online lessons, Dylan from South Florida, we're going to talk about 3 easy steps to getting more barrel time on the pitch plane. We're going to talk about 3 different things. First, what's the importance of the landing gear or setting the stage? Second, we're going to talk about when does a barrel actually accelerate and getting on pitch plane early. And number 3, timing a power V and staying on pitch plane. But first, let's go into the importance of the landing gear and setting the stage. Here's my online lesson, Dylan. This is a 3-week change. So before is over here, this is the after over here. The swings are synced. Now there's 2 pieces when we're talking about the importance of landing gear setting the stage, and it has to do with bending the knee. So the first piece has to do with getting to the fight position. Fight position is the landing position. So once we get there, the hitter should have a nice bent knee to set the plane early. From there, as we go into our final turn, the front leg will straighten, which this is actually something Dylan and I are working on for the next session, and the back leg must bend. Now there's something interesting that Homer Kelly says in his book, The Golfing Machine. He says the slant is up in the direction of a straightened knee. So we want to get to an upward plane of that downward traveling ball, or the level plane of that downward traveling ball. So we have to straighten the front leg and keep this back leg bent to stay on that pitch plane with our landing gear. Homer Kelly also talks about that it's important not only to bend in the knee, but bend in the waist. And both of these maintain a motionless head during the actual turn. So let's go into when does the barrel actually accelerate. Here's the second piece to boosting batting average on balls in play and reducing strikeouts. When does the barrel actually accelerate and get onto the pitch plane? Now this is Dylan's 3-week after swing, his most recent swing, and we haven't really worked on this yet. Hopefully this next session we'll work on this, depending on how he does with fixing the stuff in the previous session. But I want to show you what you generally see with young hitters. Is you see this kind of short knob to ball, barrel beating the ball out in front type of approach, and what happens is we lose a lot of barrel time on the pitch plane back here. If we look at a hitter like Victor Martinez, who's high home run and low strikeout rate type of hitter, you're going to see him actually use a few different human movement rules based on science, like gravitational forces, centripetal and centrifugal forces, and mainly the conservation of angular momentum. But you're going to see him almost throw this barrel down into the ground. A little different hand path than what Dylan's doing right now. You're going to see him throw it into the ground. He's going to get on that pitch plane early. He's got a slight bend in his elbow to turn quickly, high angular velocity, and then he's going to extend the front arm to impact and then extend the back arm through impact. Let's go into the timing of the power V. Here's the third element to longer barrel time on the pitch plane. Now I have both hitters, Dylan and Victor Martinez, synced up with their swings. What you want to see, when is the power V, the timing of power V? A lot of hitting instructors will say that it's at contact, that you want to be extended with both arms at contact, making this V here. But you can see here that Victor Martinez, he's hitting a 94-mile-an-hour fastball in the right center field. This is contact, his past contact, ball's coming off the bat. He's still kind of bent here, but what you're going to see is the power V past contact about 3 to 9 inches past. Now, as you can see with Dylan, if we compare both swings, is that he's doing a good job of turning quickly. He's keeping a nice bend in the front arm. Back arm obviously is bent. He stays bent, but here he should be, and he's actually better than he was 3 weeks ago. He was really, really tight. He's getting a little better here in this position, but we still need to get him to extend that back arm a little bit more. He's kind of hugging that rear elbow to his rib cage a little bit long. The timing of power V is to stay on the pitch plane longer, get more barrel time on the pitch plane longer. I hope you guys learned a lot in this video. Make sure we're swinging smarter by moving better.